Part 3, 10 Fastest Eminem Verses. That's what we're going to be doing today. Real quick before we start, I want to give a special shout out to the person employed by UMG who's probably watching this video just waiting to copyright claim it. Thank you very much for what you're doing. I appreciate it. There's no hard feelings here at all. Just unclaim my fucking videos which directly fall under fair use, you greedy cunt. But with that out of the way, this is CDTV Productions. You can follow my social medias here. You won't really get anything out of it other than the occasional mildly funny tweet. And let's look at the 10 fastest Eminem verses for the third time by my calculations. Kicking off our list at number 10, we have Twerk Dat Pop That, verse 2, where he hits 6.9 syllables per second.
I'm in VIP with no ID, with a pint of bean, lighting Chiba, wildin' the fuck out like Bieber at 19, or Ice-T in the 90s. Bright lean and some Nike, slut nice D's, there a slight breeze, don't like me, well then bite me, there might be a better chance of flight 370.
So we're starting off with a verse that a lot of people I know think is weak, but for me, I find it very enjoyable for what it is. Back when this dropped, it was pretty rare to hear Eminem on a beat like this one, and I think he dropped off a really fun verse. It's nothing mind-blowing or game-changing, but I do like it. At our 9th spot, we have Loud Noises, verse 1, where he hits 6.9 syllables per second again.
Life handed me lemons, I jump back in the public eye, squirted lemon juice in it. By now you just wish I'd fucking die, but I electrify, get electrocuted, executed by the execution of my flow too quick for the human, now to detect human by. This
track came from the incredible Bad Meets Evil album, Hell the Sequel. Eminem always seems to step up the speed when he's with Royce da 5'9", because so far across these 3 videos, there has been 9 tracks featuring both Eminem and Royce together. This was also the song that introduced me to Slaughterhouse, a group consisting of Joe Budden, Joel Ortiz, Royce da 5'9", and Crooked I, also known now as King Crooked. So I can appreciate it for that. It's a fantastic song and a really energetic one at that. And at number 8 on our list, we have Calm Down, verse 2, where he hits 7 syllables per second.
I think your face it was bringing, changed the whole complexion of the game, but just in case you was thinking an inkling of replacing the kingpin of crazy, you're wasting your inkling. So if this is any indication of what you may be facing, you better make a distinction, cause you fake imitations are leaving.
I mean, this song is a collaboration between Busta Rhymes and Eminem, so I would have been very surprised if there wasn't a fast part during Eminem's verse. Now I thought the fastest part would be the segment of the song that starts with "Pulled Up in Clive Davis's Driveway," but that part was unexpectedly much slower. The actual part of the song that I just played, the fast part, genuinely sounds slower to me than the previous song we had on this list as well, but I guess it's just one of those ones that is faster than it sounds. And at number 7, we're jumping up a bit to Wicked Ways verse 1, where he hits 7.5 syllables per second.
The devil ain't on a level same as him. Picture someone who rebels in straight masochism, then imagine him giving an adjective and ass whipping so bad they should put his ass in prison. A word bully, a verbally abused verb like he did something to me personally, used to get bullied, so I took.
This track was one of the bonus tracks from the Marshall Mathers LP2, an album which I recently realised I very much underappreciated when it came out. That's not to say I disliked the album when it came out, I just didn't appreciate it for how good I actually think it is nowadays. This song was pretty great, and there's not even necessarily a point where Eminem really steps the speed up. It's just a song that keeps a consistent pace throughout the whole thing, and it makes it a really interesting track to listen to. It's also, in my opinion, the best collaboration between Eminem and X-Ambassadors. The other one was a bit too revival-y for my tastes. And at our 6th spot, we have the first song on this list from Kamikaze, Greatest, verse 1, where he hits 7.7 syllables per second.
Man can't take anymore, but I try to get away from the anger and raise my base. So gangly as an A to the K, get your ass laid like my days breaking your legs 8 different ways. Ankle to raise, you chumps don't even know how to do something and give goosebumps a day when you say there's something you wrote, gave someone a lump in their throat or you had him choked up.
As soon as this song kicked off, it was easy to tell that Eminem would go off on it. Compared to the previous track on the album, The Ringer, this one had a much more up-tempo sound with the drums bouncing off of each other rapidly. It's a great way to inject a dose of energy into the album at that point, and it really would be one of my absolute favourites from Kamikaze if I could get past the chorus on here. It's honestly my least favourite element of the song, but it's not exactly an awful hook either. Regardless of the hook, the verses are spectacular on here, which is something you have to deliver on a track where you proclaim to be the greatest. Eminem delivered on here. Halfway through our list, at number 5, we have the Chloraspetic remix, verse 3, where Eminem hits 8.4 syllables per second.
Bin Laden with a pin, body and again I begin slaughtering your men. Probably should have been Ali at a spin, golly embodiment of sin, like a Saudi and the Taliban plotting an event in a lobby at an intercontinental with an obvious intent, and I will not even relent upon a little like Osama with a bomb.
This song has actually made it impossible for me to listen to the original version of Chloraspetic. This is such a step up. This verse was so surprising, coming off of Revival, with Eminem basically using the kind of mixed to negative reception that album received as fuel to put out a verse blasting his critics. When you think about it, this was essentially the prelude to Kamikaze. This track also featured the 2 Chainz verse that wasn't included on the album version of Chloraspetic, and we got an interesting verse from Fresher too. This was definitely miles better than the original track, and showed that even in his mid-40s, Eminem is still a ridiculously talented rapper. And at our 4th spot, we have The Ringer verse 1, where he hits 8.8 syllables per second.
I'm harder on myself than you could ever be. Regardless, what I'll never be is flawless. All I ever be is honest. Even when I'm gonna say I brought it. Even when I hit my 40s like a fucking alcoholic with a bottle full of malt liquor, but I couldn't bottle this shit any longer. The fact that I know that I'm gonna hit my bottom if I don't pull myself from the...
This was one of the most talked about songs from the Kamikaze album, as Eminem didn't hold back with giving his thoughts on the current state of the rap game, name dropping quite a few rappers along the way. He covers a lot of ground in this 5-minute track, and even though I don't agree with all of his observations here, it is amazing to hear Eminem sounding more and more like his pre-Revival self again. Eminem's flow and aggression builds up as the track progresses, and he sounds right at home over the slower tempo beat. It gives him plenty of room to fit his rhymes and flow into. This was probably the best way he could have opened up his newest album. It showed that he can still be hungry when he's pushed. Getting towards the top of our list now, at number 3 we have Not Alike verse 2, where he hits 9.8 syllables per second. Quite a jump up from the last one.
Invisible with the pyramid, the pinnacle, the sick individual. Stick my ticket, put the tip in it minimal. And fucking these syllables, I let them look on my genitals. I'm a fucking invincible, indefensible, despicable, difficult prick, a little bit unpredictable. I spit the formidable that you bitch, you fucking with the original. I consider me a nickel.
Hearing Eminem go in over a Tay Keith beat was honestly the last thing I expected from his new album, but that's what we got here. Royce da 5'9" has a brilliant verse on this track with some great wordplay, and Eminem comes through with a vicious verse, which is probably most notable for the lines targeted at Machine Gun Kelly, which do make up a large portion of his bars here. On top of that, Eminem has a godly flow throughout the whole thing, and I really get a strong Bad Meets Evil vibe after the beat switch on this track with that eerie dark sound it has to it. This is one of the best tracks on Kamikaze in my opinion, and it's just made me even more desperate than I already was for another Eminem and Royce collaboration album. Just give it to us. We need it. And at our 2nd spot on this list, we have Lucky You verse 2, where Eminem hits 10.7 syllables per second.
Even ketamine and methamphetamine with a mini, then it better be at least 70 or 300 milligram, and I might as well, cause I'ma end up being the villain again. Levels to the shit, I got an elevator. You could never say to me I'm not a fucking record breaker. I sound like a broken record every time I break a record. Nobody could ever take away the legacy I made. I never cater, motherfucker, never got it right.
This for me is hands down the best song on Eminem's Kamikaze album, and I'm happy that this verse made it so high up on this list. It features both Eminem and Joyner Lucas, so it was to be expected for them to both have some quick-paced flows, and that's exactly what both of them gave us. They both masterfully craft their verses to have a very similar structure, which is fitting as their verses basically mirror each other in terms of the lyrics too. Both rappers rip it up, and I'll definitely have to do a part 3 for Joyner's Fastest Verses as well very soon. Eminem clearly has the faster verse here, but it's not exactly a competition, and both rappers completely destroy the beat. What a collaboration. And at our number 1 spot and the fastest verse on this list, we have Majesty verse 3, where Eminem hits 11.3 syllables per second.
You ain't dealing with a fucking featherweight. I used to medicate it till I get a fucking belly ache, and now I'm finna step on the pedal. Don't wanna ever break. I wanna accelerate to a level that I can elevate. I'm in it with the pen. I'll make the motherfucker detonator. Wanna make it acapella. Wait, I gotta set a date with the devil and celebrate together. We can renovate and redevelop hella weights, and I'm gonna get a special place.
I'm sure a lot of you expected this to be number 1, and this gives Eminem his 2nd fastest verse of all time out of the 35 verses that have appeared in these videos. By the way that I've counted it, and remember, my numbers are only really comparable to my numbers, and I'm not trying to have the most accurate list, so let's not get let's not get heated and personal about this, but by the way I've counted it, it's literally just 0.1 syllable per second slower than Rap God. And that's pretty damn impressive that he managed to pull off a speed like that again. Now, to be honest, this verse took a while to really grow on me, but it has now, and I listen to it incredibly often. M is easily the best part of the song in my opinion, and I've grown to love every part of it, from his singing, harmonizing segment at the start, all the way to the mind-blowing speed rap section. So, there you have it. Eminem's verse on Majesty makes for the fastest verse on this list, and Eminem's second fastest verse so far. And if you want to see all 35 verses ranked in order, that list will be at the very bottom of the description below. Eminem hasn't quite managed to top Rap God yet, but maybe that day is coming soon. Well guys, that is going to be it for the video today. Thank you so much for watching this one. I do hope you enjoyed it. UMG probably will copyright claim this video, so if you do want to support the channel, you can click the join button down there. You get a couple of benefits. You get to see every single video I upload early. You get your name credited on the screen like you just saw there. By the way, you don't actually have to do it. Just because UMG are probably going to claim this video, it doesn't mean I'm not going to make money. That's not what I was saying. And you also get a little badge next to your name in the comments, so people can tell that you're a channel member whenever you comment. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys all in the next one, and this is CDTV Productions, signing out.